I am not in my normal location. I am in a hotel room right now. I've been living in my car for a little over 5 months, and this is my first hotel room. I did not want to get it, but after the day I had yesterday, I needed to get this room. I'll show you a little overview in a sec, but I'm gonna hop in the shower, get ready, and then I get free breakfast, which is super nice. I'm so excited for the thing I'm doing this morning, but then I'm getting out. I'm not even in like a big city, but like I'm in a bigger town area, and I just, yeah. Anyways, door right there. Then we have this lovely mirror, the bathroom. I did in fact take a body shower, and it was great because there was no time limit. It was nice. I enjoyed it. Anyways, and then we have a lovely fridge, microwave, TV, sitting area. I was able to starfish last night, and it was great. I loved every second of it. Bed, mirror, desk, and view of nothing. I did want to wake up a little earlier, but it's fine. The thing I want to do, I just don't really want anyone around because I'm going to be taking photos and videos. I miss just having a bathroom. I really do, because it's so nice going from the bed to the bathroom. Very humbling. Basically, originally last night I did not want to get a hotel room, but around 8:30 I was like, no, I need to. And it was between this Best Western or a motel. I've actually worked at a hotel before, Hilton, and it was it was a DoubleTree by Hilton, so it wasn't like bougie, but it wasn't like, you know, it wasn't a motel. After working there, I realized like I can never stay at a motel again, because the things that I worked front desk, but the things that like housekeeping would bring or just send pictures of like what people have left. Once you work in a hotel, your whole mindset changes on everything. We spent a little bit more to be in the Best Western over the motel option. Another thing is, I was terrified to leave my car because like my life is in there. I mean, I have a good majority of most of my valuables. And then I did forget a cord, so I had to run down, and a state trooper car was next to mine, so that made me feel a little bit more comfortable. Honestly, last night would have been a perfect time for me to cut my hair. I didn't think about that until just now. I'm gonna do some light makeup because I'm taking photos this morning. And I just want to feel good because honestly I could just Facetune it out, but I haven't used Facetune in a hot minute. I actually get my beauty blender wet. Oh, I forgot. I put this in the freezer. This is about to, yep, it feels so nice. This is not sponsored, but I hype up this toothbrush so much all over TikTok, but it's the Philips Sonicare, and it feels like you're leaving the dentist every time. I haven't been to the dentist in 6 or 7 years, maybe. This will make you feel like you're leaving the dentist every single time. I'm gonna link it, because if you're gonna get it, you can help me out. You know what I'm saying? And you should invest in your teeth, okay? All right. Makeup is done. Let's go downstairs and get some breakfast. Breakfast is done. It was pretty busy down there. I had a blueberry muffin with butter, and then I had an English muffin with gravy. I also had a sausage and egg. It was also good. And I had 2 glasses of orange juice, and I filled up my water bottle, and I took a thing of peanut butter. For some reason in my head when I was cooking the bagel, I thought it was plain, but then I realized it was blueberry. But the staff here is so great. Like, they're so funny. I don't know. This is how I looked marching in last night. Goodbye, room. Peace out. Having his car next to mine made me feel so much better. My childhood in real life right now. Dun, dun, dun. This is where I am. This is where I am. Halloweentown is literally one of my favorite movies. I own all of them on DVD, and I'm in Halloweentown. This is where it was filmed, so I'm currently in St. Helens, Oregon, and after yesterday, this was so worth it. So let's get some photos, and I need to get some videos because I'm gonna do a TikTok shop video. Oh my gosh, this is so fun! Oh my gosh, okay, let's go. And they close this road at a certain time. I'm glad I'm able to still see my car from this whole area. Spirit of Halloweentown. Oh, I need to get a film photo of this. This is what I like. This is why I do things early in the morning. And I wanted to get here even earlier. I'm gonna try to get photos right here as well. I might as well. Before the lighting gets bad, I want to get my main photos because the sun's gonna start poking through. So I'm gonna do that, and then I gotta film the TikTok. So cool. Shirt. Stone. Look at this. So fun. Stand here for photo. Do not climb. Can you see him? There he is. Say hi, Benny. Hi, Benny. Enjoy me getting a clip for TikTok. I got that take. Little Benny. Self-guided walk tour. Very fun. I still like Benny. This one's cool too. Whoever designed this. Look at him inching up. That's literally from like his little string. I don't know what it's called. You like trying to cocoon right now? Now that I'm away from St. Helens and I got through the heart of Portland because the direction I am headed, I needed to go through it. The reason why I got the hotel is because yesterday was a hot mess. I woke up, all my electronics were dead. I already had my YouTube video finished. I just needed power and I needed to upload it. So I was like, I'll go to the library. Library's closed. Then I was like, okay, well, I'll still go to the library because there has to be an outlet on the outside of the building. Doesn't work. And I was like, okay, well, let me go to this park. Outlets have locks on it. And every single outlet I found either had locks or they just didn't work. So, and I wasn't by a Starbucks. I wasn't in an area like that. So I decided to drive 45 minutes to a Starbucks. That Starbucks had a sign on their door saying lobby closed. Please go through the drive-thru. And there was no outlets on the outside over there. And the library that was also in that area was closed. So then I'm like looking for outlets while I'm driving. Every single one had locks. They all had locks. The irony of like places like this are so like, oh, we want to help people. No, you guys make it so difficult. Like it just blows my mind. Anyways, so then I find another Starbucks, but it's inside a grocery store called Freddie Myers or however you say it. They only had one outlet first off. I wasn't going to sit there and not have anything. So I got a pumpkin chai and I got a lemon pound cake. So I'm eating, everything's charging. I'm finally getting my laptop to reopen so I can upload. And within like 20 minutes, this guy comes and sits down next to me. Literally next to me. There's so many other tables. I don't know. And he asked about my Jackery and I'm telling him about it and it was fine. And then the conversation took a turn and went political. And I hate confrontation. My thing is, you can have your opinion, but if you can't listen and respect my opinion, then there shouldn't be a conversation. And I was talking to a brick wall of just stupidity in my personal opinion. Don't get me wrong, his character, I'm not going to take anything away from his character. He seemed very nice, but to certain things he was saying, I was just biting my tongue. I don't know. And I don't want to say some of the things that he said to me, but then I found out he works there and I ended up packing up. I was getting the vibe that they were trying to kick me out. I had enough power and then I drove by this gas station laundromat / bar area. It was like a 3-in-1 and outside of it, as I'm like uploading, because I'm editing this and I just go too much into detail, I'm gonna summarize the last little bit of everything that happened. There's a couple in the car next to me screaming bloody murder at each other, fighting and slamming doors, getting in and out. The toddler in the back seat was screaming her head off, just looking back and forth at one another. And then there was one point she like leaned up against my car and then she saw that, she's like, oh sorry, like she said sorry to me, and he was screaming like this guy, I don't know. But then I got uncomfortable, but that was where my service was so good and it was uploading fast, so I was like, just stick it out. And then eventually she left for a hot minute and then came back and they got in the car and left. And then to top that, there was just a handful of cars with smashed windows, and I obviously live in my car and my life is in this car. I was just so stressed out about that. I ended up driving to St. Helens because I was just gonna drive 45 minutes
minutes the next day in the morning to do the Halloweentown, and that's when I go into this next bit. So I looked to see if there was a Walmart in the area or a truck stop. There wasn't any truck stops, but there was a Walmart. So I called and she's like, yeah, we don't allow it. And I'm like, okay, well, sometimes people just do it anyways. And I got over there around 7:30. Not a single RV, van, car. I'm like, okay, so they definitely kick people out if they try to sleep over here. So then I found a side street and I was slowly starting getting set up, and then just groups of people were constantly nonstop of just like loud, and I don't know what they're doing, and I wasn't feeling comfortable at all. I looked to see what hotels were in the area and I had two options. Now I'm at this waterfall and we're gonna walk to it. Look how cool. I wanted to do the Bridalville Falls, but I missed the exit, and to loop back around it was gonna be 23 minutes, and I was like, whatever. But then I saw this one, so I was like, it's fine. I'm gonna change out of the Halloweentown and put my flannel on just because it's not even October. But you know what? I like it. But yeah, I'm gonna put my flannel on and we're gonna see how we can get to this waterfall. I'm excited. And I need to hide some of my stuff because there's a lot of cars in this parking lot and you just never know. Oh, this is cool. We're making our way to the bridge. There are so many people here. I also hope the other part of my fidget ring is in my car. If not, I'm gonna be sad. I don't even know where this even goes up to. I already passed the bridge, but there are so many people on it, so hopefully when I go back down, I can do like a fun little masterpiece. Also, my memory card is already full. I'm assuming this goes to the top, and tell me why I'm sweating. And I'm wearing jeans and my Sorels. There's 11 switchbacks. The last one I read, it said I'm on 3 out of 11. Only 4 out of 11. 5 of 11. Made it to the top viewpoint to take off the flannel. Also threw my hair in a braid.
Yeah, I'm between the 2 pine trees.
Love how it's just like a little baby one and then it flows. Oh no, you're good. It's far down here. Well, have a great rest of your day. And we're coming back to the bridge. I made it back. So I was hoping that this part, the little fidget part of my ring, was gonna be somewhere in here. Haven't found it yet, but I looked back at footage and it was on my finger when I was doing the whole little story time. So I don't know, when I changed out of this, it like flung off and it's somewhere in my car, or if I was walking from the parking lot to like the main little visitor center area, if it flung off my finger then. I don't know. It is insanely packed. I did on my way back kind of retrace my steps. I didn't see it. Don't know where it is. I have bad luck with this ring and I love this ring. This ring is so... I guess the ring just doesn't want me, but what can you do? Maybe it will show up in my car, maybe it won't. Let's start driving. I might go get an oil change because I'm kind of due for one. Currently in Hood River and I just got my oil changed at Valvoline and now I'm sitting in Hood River Harbor. So fun. I'm gonna just walk a little bit. I'm not bringing my camera because of course it is windy. We love the wind. If there's anything cool, of course, I will film on my phone. I've been at this campground for a while and I'm ashamed to say that I did eat out for a late lunch, early dinner, but can't really film anything because you'll see how windy it is. You can probably hear it a little bit, but this is my view. The sun is setting and it's extremely windy. And I also watched Big Brother and a little bit of YouTube. I need to figure out what I'm doing because I don't know what I'm doing. I changed all my plans of what I thought I was gonna do. Now I need to come up with a new plan. Because I thought I was gonna do a different route, but I decided to do this route because it makes more sense. I wasn't gonna pick up the camera again, but the sunset got even better. Are you kidding me? It's It's the next day. Yesterday I ended up not filming because I just stayed in one spot, caught up on some work. Plus it was extremely windy, and it's extremely windy again today. Campground itself was pretty cool. There was the vaulted toilet, there was some picnic tables. If you drove up the road a little bit, there was a winery where you could do a whole wine tasting and stuff. But yeah, I just didn't film yesterday because I needed to catch up on stuff. Right now I'm at Beacon State Park and I'm gonna do Beacon Rock Trail. The reason why I'm doing this intro here and not while I'm starting the trail is because it is windy. I want to film something and then you can't even hear me. That's so green. Look how fun this is. Here comes the wind. What? This is what I'm all climbing up. So cool. I'm trying to do that one tube girl trend. It would be such a vibe if I do it over here. My phone wasn't loading. I obviously need to get the sound. I don't listen to that type of music, so it's just kind of funny. A never-ending switchback. Insane. Look at that. Oh man. My phone's locked out for 5 minutes. I was just tapping it and I didn't realize. This is crazy. Keeping on going. Got all those. At least they're like short switchbacks. We're gonna sweat upstairs. This looks so crazy, but it's not that bad. This is so cool. I just was on all trails, like clicking all of them and stuff and seeing which ones. And then I saw the side of the mountain with all the ramps. And I'm like, wait, that actually looks sick. And now I'm here. Kind of backtracked a little bit. But I was like, I want to do this. This one seems cool. To the earth we belong. Fear for your life. I wanted to do this one waterfall hike, but the most recent view, which was when I read it, it was 3 hours ago. It said, don't leave any of your belongings in your car. Someone's windows got smashed in. It looks like such a cool waterfall, but I don't want to risk it because maybe it's like a group of people that kind of stay over there, and it's not a long thing to the waterfall. I think it was like 2.6 out and back. That's the one thing. I get so hesitant. Even staying in the hotel, I was so nervous to leave my car. The only time I don't mind it is if I'm by a bunch of stores or I see cameras like on the outside. Back through this. I'm on this little pull-off so we can see the Bridge of Gods because that's a toll and I'm not paying to go across it. Because the way I'm going, it's 4-minute difference if I take this bridge or if I don't take it. Why would I take it? Anyways, we can cherish it from here. Car's right there. Little information about the landmark Bridge of Gods. We got Bridge of Gods, and then this is called Thunder Island, I guess. Yep. Saving myself like $1.25. Just kidding. I actually don't know how much it is, but now see, the thing is, maybe I would pay for it if I was like a passenger princess and I could like take photos and film going across it. I don't even think you can walk across it either. But yeah, we can just cherish it. So I'm at this Love's to fill up on gas and I wanted to see if they had potable water. So I asked the guy, and I also bought a Diet Dr. Pepper. Hey, do you have potable water? He was like, was it for a mobile home? I'm like, no, I just have a 5-gallon jug. He was like, yeah, well, we don't have any spigot outside, but you could bring the jug inside and try to get the water, the fountain. I'm like, it doesn't work. Like, I physically can't do that. I would have to fill up a water bottle, which I ended up filling up my water bottles, but I need my blue jug to be filled up. Hopefully I can find a spigot somewhere. I've been on the road for an hour and I have like another hour left. It's the next day. It's been so long, but it has rained all night and it's supposed to rain all day today. Last night I stayed at a casino and the casino had a movie theater. So I was like, you know what? Let's go watch a movie. So I went and saw My Big Fat Greek Wedding, the third one. I have not been to the movies in so long. The ticket was $10 and the lady, when I put my card in, she was waiting for the receipt to print. She goes, oh my gosh, I need to refund you. I accidentally charged you $50. And I was like, well, I'm glad you said something, because I would have looked at my credit card statement and been like, where's this 50 coming from? And she couldn't do it, so she had to get a supervisor. But then he refunded me the whole 50 and handed me a ticket. So I'm pretty sure it was free, but I did buy a medium Diet Dr. Pepper and a medium popcorn. The movie was alright. I wouldn't say it was bad. There's a few eye-rolling moments, like really you need to like throw things like that in there. But other than that, it was pretty good. This is where I stayed. I stayed next to, a lot of them have left, but this whole thing was filled with RVs. There's a few other cars and a few other vans. But yeah, this is the movie theater food court area, and then that's the casino area. I need to go grocery shopping, and I didn't have anything planned today besides grocery shopping and then settling down in a camp. I'm obviously not focused on my camera right now, but this weather isn't, you can't even see like a few feet in front, and there's so many semi trucks and they're all trying to race each other. Their cars are obviously bringing off more water. Oh my gosh, I cannot freaking see. And the road is so windy. I hate this. And then it's windy too. This one log semi truck was swaying back and forth. The car in front of me wasn't speeding up, and I couldn't slow down because the person behind me was just going insanely fast. I was freaking out. This is one of those moments I'm like, how the heck did I think I could be a semi truck driver? There's no way I could do this. I feel like I should put my hazards on because a lot of people have theirs on. I feel like the camera won't do it justice. Just know, I hate this. All these turkeys right now. Oh my goodness. Okay, get out of the road. Made it to the campground that I'm going to be staying at the next 3 days because it's only a 3-day stay limit, but it's free and I can't wait for you to see it, but you'll see it in my next video. They got fire pits, picnic tables, vaulted toilets, and it's great and I can't wait for you to see it. Before I got here, I went and did some grocery shopping, so I'm going to show you what I got. Paper towels, they didn't have Bounty. They did have Bounty, but they only had 8 rolls. Where would I put 8 rolls? It took me 5 months, almost 6, to get through 2 of the Bounty rolls. How to go with the great value. Grapes, 3 peppers, 2 apples, 2 limes, an onion, 5 bananas, peach cups, brown rice, peanut butter, 2 things of oats, 2 small cans of chicken, mac and cheese, pretzels, canned pulled pork, mini marshmallows, and mini chocolate chips. And I'm so excited for what I'm gonna be making because it's bringing back a childhood memory. 3 things of Kickstart, all different flavors, 2 sparkling waters, tangerine mango because they're the best, aluminum foil, and now I need to clean up this giant mess I just made filming this and somehow make it look organized. Over here, it's in my lap.